Father Petar's powerful message, a call for faith, unity, and spiritual preparation. Greetings to all our fellow Catholics. We are truly thankful for your return to our channel, and we pray that your day is filled with the grace and peace of Christ. As you watch this video, we invite you to join us on a journey of reflection and spiritual renewal. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on all our latest content. Now, let's delve into a crucial message that has shaken the hearts of many. In these turbulent times, the words of spiritual leaders have never been more essential. Recently, Father Petar, a respected figure tied to the Medjugorje apparitions, delivered a statement that resounded deeply with the voice of the Virgin Mary. This message is not simply a call to faith, but a profound and urgent warning that the world is on the brink of a profound transformation. Father Petar's words are more than just a reflection. They are a spiritual awakening, urging all of us to assess our lives and prepare for what lies ahead. The signs of the times are not to be ignored. They demand immediate attention. It is no longer optional. To make changes in our personal lives and in society, it is now essential. According to Father Petar, the world is about to witness significant changes that will shape our future. And the Virgin Mary, through his message, speaks of these challenges in a way that both alarms and reassures us. The message from the Virgin Mary is a call for awareness and spiritual action. She has warned 6 countries, Argentina, Mexico, Colombia, Spain, Venezuela, and Costa Rica, about the forthcoming trials they will face, which will include natural disasters, political unrest, and societal upheaval. However, even as these difficulties approach, Mary assures us that her divine protection will be granted to those who turn to her with sincere prayer and an open heart. This is a time for renewal. Mary's message reminds us that we must reaffirm our commitment to faith and reject the apathy that often consumes us in times of crisis. Prayer, as she emphasizes, is not just a private devotion, but a powerful weapon for divine protection in an increasingly uncertain world. In a society that seems increasingly divided, the Virgin Mary calls us to unity. She urges us to look beyond the barriers that separate us, whether they be race, religion, or nationality, and to recognize that our shared faith is the key to overcoming the challenges that lie ahead. Unity, she teaches, is the foundation upon which we will build strength and resilience. By coming together in faith, we can endure the trials that threaten to divide us. A central part of Mary's message is the importance of the Holy Rosary. This ancient and sacred practice is not merely a prayer. It is a direct link to God's grace and protection. Through the daily recitation of the Rosary, we draw closer to God and invoke His mercy in a world that desperately needs it. Mary calls us to revive this powerful practice in our lives, to incorporate it into our daily routines, and to share it with others. In doing so, we build a community of prayer, drawing on the power of the Rosary to bring peace and divine protection to our world. The call to prayer, faith, and unity has never been more urgent. Father Petar's message, echoing the Virgin Mary's voice, serves as a beacon of hope and a reminder that we are not alone in the face of adversity. Together, we can navigate the challenges ahead, anchored in our faith and protected by God's grace. As we prepare for the trials to come, let us turn to the Holy Rosary, embrace the power of prayer, and stand united in our love for God and one another. The message shared by the Virgin Mary through Father Petar continues to resonate with believers around the world, urging us to embrace the power of prayer and spiritual readiness in the face of increasing turmoil. One of the central themes of this divine message is the call to invoke the protection of Saint Michael the Archangel, especially during times of fear, uncertainty, or spiritual attack. Saint Michael is portrayed as a powerful warrior against evil, and the Virgin Mary encourages families to dedicate themselves to his protection, trusting in his strength to shield them from the unseen forces that surround us. This invocation of Saint Michael is not just a routine prayer. It is a profound act of faith. It acknowledges the reality of the spiritual warfare that often unfolds behind the scenes in our daily lives. We may not always see it, but evil is constantly at work, seeking to undermine our peace, our families, and our faith. By calling upon Saint Michael, we are taking an active stand in this spiritual battle, arming ourselves with the power of prayer and trust in God's protection. This is a reminder that as Christians, we are never powerless. Prayer is our greatest weapon, and through Saint Michael's intercession, we can face any challenge with confidence and peace. But the Virgin Mary's message doesn't end there. She provides us with an assurance that no matter what trials we may face, we are never alone. Her presence is a constant source of consolation, a guiding light that leads us through the darkest of times. She reminds us that God, in His infinite goodness, is always watching over us, offering His protection, guidance, and love. Even in moments of doubt or despair, when it feels like the world is crumbling around us, Mary encourages us to hold fast to our faith and never give up hope. Her message is one of unwavering trust in God's plan for us, a reminder that He is always present, even in the midst of suffering. Furthermore, this divine communication calls us to be more than passive recipients of grace. It is a call to action, a call to become instruments of peace, love, and hope in a world desperately in need of these virtues. The Virgin Mary urges us to act with generosity and kindness, to spread the love of Christ in our communities, and to be agents of spiritual renewal. In a world so torn by division, strife, and fear, Mary's message is a plea for us to be the change we wish to see. A reminder that through our actions, we can bring light to those around us. Father Petar's words echo this sentiment, reminding us that this message is not merely about personal devotion. It is a collective call to spiritual renewal that affects all aspects of our lives. From the individual to the community, from personal morality to collective spiritual health, we are being urged to make a transformative shift. In a society that is increasingly fragmented and divided, the call for unity and faith becomes even more vital. We are reminded that our shared bond in Christ is what truly unites us, regardless of nationality or ethnicity. Through prayer, particularly the Holy Rosary, we are called to strengthen our relationship with God and to reaffirm our commitment to His will. The Rosary in particular is highlighted as a simple yet powerful tool for spiritual warfare and inner peace. The daily recitation of the Rosary is an invitation to reflect on the mysteries of Christ's life, to meditate on His love and sacrifice, and to seek Mary's intercession for our needs. This prayer is not just a ritual, it is a means of aligning our hearts with the divine and inviting God's grace into our lives. Through the Rosary, we can achieve discernment, wisdom, and peace in the midst of life's trials. It is a spiritual weapon that can fortify us against the forces of evil, keeping us grounded in faith and trust in God's plan. In addition to the Rosary, the invocation of Saint Michael serves as a reminder that we are not merely passive observers of the spiritual battles around us. We are called to be active participants, to stand firm in faith, and to protect our loved ones through prayer and dedication. By consecrating our homes and families to Saint Michael, we invite his powerful intercession to safeguard us from spiritual dangers. In these times of great uncertainty and challenge, this act of consecration becomes a vital step in ensuring the spiritual protection and guidance of our families. Ultimately, the message from the Virgin Mary is one of hope and assurance. In times of darkness, when it feels like all is lost, we are reminded that God's love is unwavering, and his protection is always available to those who seek it. The challenges ahead may be great, but with faith, prayer, and the intercession of Saint Michael, we can navigate these trials with confidence, knowing that God is with us every step of the way. Let this message inspire you to take action, to pray more fervently, to live more generously, and to trust in God's infinite mercy. Together, we can weather the storms and emerge stronger in our faith. In a world that often feels engulfed by darkness, the Virgin Mary brings a radiant message of hope and divine presence. She is a source of comfort for troubled hearts, offering a maternal embrace to all who seek her guidance. In the midst of a society that can often seem chaotic, confusing, and aimless, her presence serves as a beacon of light. Mary invites us to experience the unfailing love of God and to trust that his mercy is boundless, even when circumstances seem bleak. But Mary's message goes beyond spiritual reassurance. It calls us to recognize God's work in our daily lives. In the seemingly insignificant moments, and through the unfolding events of our day-to-day existence, God's hand is always at work. Mary encourages us to notice these signs, to see His guidance in both the joys and the struggles. This invitation to awareness invites us into a deeper relationship with God, one that is attuned to the subtle movements of grace in every corner of our lives. Mary's call to us is not only one of personal prayer, but also of active engagement in the world around us. While prayer is essential for cultivating a connection with God, it must be accompanied by concrete actions that reflect His love and mercy. This message urges us to transcend self-interest and extend our hearts and hands to others. We are called to act with kindness, generosity, and compassion, especially in a world where individualism and selfishness often dominate. Every act of charity, every moment of empathy, is an expression of divine love, and it becomes a powerful counterforce to the division, hatred, and apathy that have become all too common in our societies. In a culture that tends to prize material success and immediate gratification, Mary's message serves as a powerful reminder of what truly matters. Father Petar echoes this in his teachings, urging us to remember the brevity of this life and the importance of preparing for what lies beyond. This perspective challenges us to shift our focus from the fleeting concerns of the present world to the eternal truths of the gospel. It's a call to live with a profound sense of purpose, to understand that every action has eternal consequences. In this call to engage with the world differently, we are encouraged to live with moral clarity, to seek truth, and to walk in the light of faith. At the core of Mary's message is a powerful affirmation of hope. Despite the darkness we may encounter, we are reminded that God's presence is never far from us. His mercy is limitless, and His love for humanity is immeasurable. Even in the midst of turmoil or suffering, we are invited to place our trust in Him. The challenges we face are not insurmountable because God is always with us, guiding and protecting us. His light can never be extinguished, and in times of crisis, it is that light we are called to hold on to. Father Petar's reflections, inspired by Mary's words, compel us to act. His message is a rallying cry for spiritual preparation, calling us to unite in prayer and selflessness. It is an invitation to place our trust in God's unwavering protection, knowing that His love is steadfast, no matter how difficult our circumstances may become. This divine protection is not only spiritual but also practical. Praying, acting charitably, and living in unity with others all become means through which we experience God's safeguarding presence. The call to live as true representatives of Christ, carrying His light into every situation, is urgent. In these unpredictable times, it is more important than ever to listen to Mary's message, to deepen our relationship with God, and to trust in His ever-present guidance. Whether we are in times of peace or facing hardships, we must be steadfast in our faith and commitment to God's will. The message is clear. We are to embody God's love in everything we do, to become instruments of hope and healing in a broken world. This is a message for all of us, regardless of where we live, our background, or our circumstances. It is a call to action, a call to live with integrity, kindness, and faith. By embracing prayer, selflessness, and unity, we can create a world where God's love is known and experienced by all. As we move forward, let us remember the power of Mary's intercession and the light of Christ that guides us, even in the darkest moments. Through our collective prayers and actions, we can build a future rooted in faith, hope, and love. Thank you for being part of this journey. Your willingness to reflect, to pray, and to act is a testament to your commitment to the message that transcends time and place. May the love and peace of Christ be with you always, and may His light guide your steps. Until we meet again, let us continue to walk in faith and hope,